So when you're in your 90s, you can actually go to a chiropractor and have success. It's never too early and never too late to start with chiropractic care. So you might think it'd be too late if you're this old and you've got all those problems with arthritis and your body's breaking down and so forth. But listen, a couple of stories here of a couple men in this case in their 90s doing really well with care. The first one is a 97-year-old man. He was 96 at the time, he's now 97. It was spring of 2021, and he comes in because his knee is aching him. He has knee stiffness, all right? So he sits down at my table, and what's great is we're having a conversation like you and I are talking right now. Perfect hearing, perfect sight, a man with total joy, complete happiness, a joy to be around and talk to. He was always fun, courteous to the staff, friendly with the staff. Everybody loved when he was coming in and so forth, right? So he comes in because his knee is stiff, and it's bothering him when he's walking every day, because he was walking every day, still a couple of miles every day. Pretty cool. Okay, so I asked him, how's your spine doing? He says, pretty good. You had no spinal complaints. So we worked on his knee a little bit, we lasered his knee. Unfortunately, we didn't make much gain. He said about 10% improvement in about a month. So I didn't see him for several months. Then he came in again. This is now late summer, fall of 2021. He fell straight back on stairs a few weeks prior to him coming in to see me. And he hurt his left shoulder and his upper back. And then about a week later, he was using a weed whacker out in the yard at age 97, and he turned and he yanked his lower back and his hip. So he came in for those reasons. So we evaluated him. We knew his shoulder was in trouble. He's ended up going to therapy. He's had x-rays of his shoulder and back, and nothing's fractured and so forth, and he's going to do the chiropractic thing for his lower back and his hip. But interesting, here he is, still active, loves to do yard work, walking every day. And as a matter of fact, this past late winter, we got him his daughter got him a treadmill, a walking treadmill indoors, and he loves it. So if it's icy out and he can't walk outside, he's walking inside. So 97 years old, still getting it done, doing great, responding to care. By the way, his shoulder is doing better. His back and his hip are also getting better. So that's such a great story. Well, just recently, a 91-year-old man comes in, brought in by his wife, using a cane, and here's why. 3 years prior to coming into my office, he had a fall, and he had a second fall a year later, so 2 years ago, in his bathtub. And since then, so for 2 years now, he's had constant lower back pain, way worse in the morning, like 8 or 9 on a 10 scale in the morning, so terrible pain in the morning. It goes down, his leg pain is a 7/10. He had injections at a pain center a couple years before coming into me. It didn't help. He had a CT scan of his abdomen to see if anything was going on there. That was fine. It did show some arthritis in his lower back. So he suffered for 2 years. Luckily, friends of the family are patients of mine. I said, go try the chiropractor. He's 91, comes to my office. Now he comes in like this, grumpy pants. That's how he looked. He was pretty uncomfortable. He was unhappy coming to the office. And his posture was like this, right? And he's walking with a cane because he's hurting a lot. Okay, I see him 3 times a week. Now, both of these gentlemen, by the way, they only sit on my chiropractic table. I don't even have them lie down. For various reasons, getting them on and off the table would be difficult and so forth. So they're just sitting, and I'm doing light force chiropractic treatments on them and giving them some homework that is graded to whatever they can handle at home, some spinal stretches and so forth, okay? So the man I'm talking with right now, he's 91. After 1 month of care 3 times a week, he is 60% improved. His lower back pain and leg pain is 60% better. And he went like from this to this. His disposition, his whole affect is so much better. He is so happier. And his wife comes in with every visit. Now, this man is really hard of hearing. Sometimes I can have a conversation with the wife and he doesn't even hear us, right? But she is so pleased. She said, this has helped me as much as it's helped him. Number one is because he's so much more pleasant to be around. And number two, she's digging into the postural exercises, the range of motion flexibility exercises. She says, it's helping her as well. So there's a couple of cases of men in their 90s gaining improvements, even though a lot of people might throw in the towel at that point. And it's not only affecting their physical body and pain, but you can see their mental and emotional states improving as their physical improvements continue. I told the wife of the 91-year-old, I said, the other thing that we're doing here is as we activate the spine and all those powerful nerve endings that are buried in and around the spine, it's firing into his brain better, and that's why his mental and emotional state is better, and he's conversing better as well. He's talking a lot more. So look at the benefits. It's never too early. It's never too late. I'm Dr. Scott Fuller.